3 life-changing lessons that can save you. Motivational story for success. Once upon a time in a small town, there lived a young man named Arjun. He was ambitious, full of dreams, and determined to succeed. However, life kept throwing him setbacks. His business failed, he lost friends, and his confidence shattered. Feeling defeated, Arjun decided to leave everything behind and visit a wise old monk who lived in the mountains. When Arjun arrived, he asked the monk, "Why does success always feel so far away? Why does life seem so unfair?" The monk smiled and replied, "I will teach you 3 life-changing lessons that saved me. And they might just save you too." Lesson 1. The power of falling. The monk pointed to a tree nearby, where a bird was building its nest. "Do you see that bird?" he asked. "Every morning, she tries to build her nest with twigs. Half of them fall, wind blows others away, but she keeps trying. She doesn't cry over the lost twigs, she just keeps building." He looked at Arjun and said, "Falling is not failure. Staying down is. Every fall is a lesson, not an end. Learn to rise stronger each time." Arjun realized that he had been seeing his setbacks as the end of his journey, instead of steps along the way. Lesson 2. Control the inner voice. Next, the monk led Arjun to a calm river and said, "Sit here. Close your eyes. Listen to the voice inside you." Arjun sat quietly. At first, he heard nothing. Then, thoughts flooded his mind. Doubts, fears, failures, shame. He opened his eyes in frustration. "I only hear negativity," he said. The monk smiled. "That voice inside you, if left uncontrolled, becomes your greatest enemy. But when trained, it becomes your best guide. If you speak to yourself with belief, courage, and hope, you change your future. What you tell yourself every day shapes who you become." Lesson 3. Pain is the greatest teacher. Finally, the monk showed Arjun an old scar on his hand. This came from saving a boy from a burning hut. It hurt badly, but it taught me courage, purpose, and strength, he added. Never run from pain. It has a message. It forces growth. When you embrace pain, it molds you into something stronger, wiser, and better. The return of Arjun. With tears in his eyes, Arjun thanked the monk and returned to his town. But this time, he was a different man. He rebuilt his business, slowly but steadily. He faced failure again, but he no longer feared it. He changed his mindset, spoke to himself with power, and embraced every painful experience as fuel for growth. Years later, Arjun became one of the most successful and respected men in the region, not because life got easier, but because he got stronger. Moral of the story: falling doesn't mean failure. Your inner voice shapes your destiny. Pain is not the enemy. It's your greatest teacher.